Hey church, it's Zach.
And Rachel.
And we're here to bring you a message today. Sunday was a little crazy. It felt a little weird. We were unsure about what we were hoping to do going forward. So on Monday, we decided that we were going to start asking questions about what church would look like in these uncertain times. Certainly times where people feeling like there's a lack of hope, and we wanted to be really intentional about trusting in the sovereignty of God. We really wanted to be intentional about loving people well. We really want to be intentional about joining with God in God's community in this time. So we started talking, and we kind of started playing with some ideas on what we're going to do.
We're trying to keep things as normal as possible, but yet also following the guidelines of what we are being asked to do by the World Health Organization, and not having gatherings greater than 10. So how can we still have church and see one another, but follow the suggestions being offered to us?
Yeah, we really want to be a beacon of hope instead of hunkering down and just trying to do online church. And we know that there's guidelines out there, and we started asking the question, how can we play around the guidelines? So we kind of have come to an idea of doing what we'll call drive-in church. Kind of like drive-in movie, but church style. So on Sunday morning at the same time, 10 o'clock at Community Park, we would ask for you to show up in your cars. You'll pull up and you'll be directed into a certain spot, and we will have our worship all the same. We'll have a worship team, whether it be Sean or a couple other people with him. We'll do prayers of the people, we'll do a message, we'll do an offering, and we even have a plan of how to do communion. And everything's going to be the same. It's just that you will be in your cars watching worship happen, which is kind of crazy to think about. So in addition, we are hoping to borrow an FM transmitter so that we can cast our audio to your car stereo. And we will be using our Facebook Live, and we will be potentially using texting to do prayers of the people, so that we limit as much interaction as we can. All of this kind of sounds crazy, but we have been built for this. When we got down to thinking about what this looks like, we are built to be mobile, and we are built to do worship anywhere and in any capacity. Mm-hmm. So we are planning to use our bus just as we've designed it to be used, to show up in a space and to have worship on a Sunday morning. Because it's our intent to build community through this. We want to be a beacon of hope for people who are looking for hope. And we want to love people well, the best we can. We know that this isn't a perfect option for everyone. So we've talked about doing stuff for families, doing stuff for kids. Our kids ministry curriculum is really awesome. So what we'll be doing this week is we'll be putting together a worship and kids ministry, kids church in a box, where parents will be able to walk alongside their kids in the curriculum that we're already doing.
We just want to be able to keep the kids safe and understand that, because, having a bunch of cars in a parking lot, it's not ideal for kids to be able to get out and run around. And we realize that is a hard option maybe for some families. So we want to provide something for families to be able to do together who might not be able to join us in this drive-in church experience.
So yeah, we're thinking about families, and we're also thinking about people who just aren't feeling comfortable with coming on Sunday. So on Thursday, we're going to be putting together communion kits for people, and if you are interested in receiving one of these kits, if you don't think that you are going to be able to make it on Sunday, we're going to be able to put a kit together. And just like our kids ministry box, we are planning to deliver some stuff through a couple people that have offered up the opportunity to say, hey, I can deliver something that's easy for me to do. But we'll also be packing communion kits for you on Sunday. When you pull in, we'll be able to give you a kit that will consecrate, and we'll make sure that it really works for the guidelines that have been set. We want to be able to practice some of these things as a community. We'll just be in different
vehicles.
Cars, and
you can even come in your PJs if you want.
You could. You could bring your dogs.
Yes. Bring your dogs.
As long as your windows stay closed, I suppose it's okay.
Yep.
But yeah, we're excited. We don't know if this is going to work. This is this week's plan. Next week it might change. It's, as you know, like, this is our last week at Community Park, so we don't know what next week looks like. We are planning to have our Sabbath Sunday still, but right now we're taking this 1 week at a time, and we're doing the best we can to connect with people in the best way we know how. One of the additional things that we'll be sending out this week is a morning, midday, and evening prayer guideline devotional that we'll ask that everyone practices together. There are different ways for us to connect as a community in this crazy, uncertain time. So look for that in an email as well. We are excited to see what God is doing in the midst of this, because the reality is God is moving around us. We just have to join in with what God is doing. Maybe this is going to be great. Maybe this isn't. But we believe that this is the best chance that we have to connect with people where we are. And we're going to continue to talk and continue to work through all of the questions that you might have and all the questions that we might have. And again, just we'll keep you posted on everything that comes up so that you are in the know with everything else. So we'll see. We're going to do our best.
We're going to do it together, which is the important thing.
Yeah. So we're asking you to join us on Sunday, drive-in church at 10 o'clock. So have a great week, church. We will see you soon.
Yes. Awesome. See you soon.